soon to have a stepbrother that's in legal form in the back there. Told him, hey, gonna meet the ohana. My family, a lot of my family is on the Big Island of Hawaii. Big Island. My grandma's place, particularly the first stop we have to go is right now. Cannot walk around Big Island and not see grandma, first thing, gotta go over there. She lives right on Kahawai'i Road, up in Waimea. They've been there since 1961. They moved over from Kihei, Maui, since 1901. They have a generational house on in Kihei. I have to take you to a beautiful place in Kauai, on the Big Island. The famous surf spot known as Puaka'ilima, which is actually no longer there from 1940s on. There's actually, that whole harbor was dredged up to make a big harbor known as Kauai Harbor today. And it's one of the only ports on that side of the island for shipping until you go around to Kona, Kalua. A beautiful song known as Kolana Kauai. Famous is Kauai. Kane is known as the god of the rain here. Kane also means man in Hawaii, but Kane is actually known as the god of fresh water. So, Hawaii Kane, we call it here in Hawaii. The life on the land is actually from all its water. So, Maui, a lot of the time of the year we don't get a whole lot of rain. And this particular part of the island actually, a lot of the valleys get a lot of the rain. Some sides of the island don't get too much. So we're very grateful to actually to have this rain. So yeah, I guess it's a round of applause for you. I can invite Auntie Wainani Ki Aloha. And she is available. Okay. So we're gonna go right down the road from Kauai to the highway. Take you guys over to Kailua Kona. A lovely song from some of the masters. This song goes out to the great legend Lebrika Apana, who also recorded this number. The song entitled I Kona. Stay on the big island for this one. This is actually where Saki has kind of made its name. It was on the big island of Hawaii. All the way on Kealakekua side. This is when King David Kalakaua at the time, he allotted lands to open up for cattle ranching. And so it was done at Kealakekua. So that was the first introduction to cattle here in Hawaii. That was also the first introduction to guitars. And the guitars are actually brought over from our friendly vaqueros, the Spanish cowboys who came in, kind of helped us out on the ranches. Since it's the first time we got to see livestock, we got an introduction and kind of a little bit of how to tie ropes, how to be cowboys. And so we ended up making our own name here in Hawaii known as Paniolo. It became a very, very strong culture here as well, and especially here on Maui. And so when they brought their guitars with them, one guy would play bass, one guy would play rhythm, the other guy would play lead. And they'd play a mariachi flamenco style, in their cultural tuning and their style. But we didn't know how to play guitar yet. Nobody knew, nobody taught us. And so when they left, they were here for a 2-year contract. So when they left a few guitars behind. And that's where we kind of started to experiment with a lot of the tunings and, hey, what is this thing? Let's make some noise. And eventually, after a lot of experimenting, tried to mimic the mariachi sound, the only influence that we had at the time. So we tried to mimic that sound here in Hawaii. So we got a kind of a blend of a lot of different things from experimenting. So it's not taught. This isn't a taught culture. This isn't a taught music. This was experimented. And eventually, over the years, in the early 1900s, it started to actually become more of a family thing. And a lot of the different families kind of held on to their own tunings. What makes Saki special is there's over hundreds of different tunings, but what makes it very special is the word slack means to loosen, right? So loosen the strings. And so by slacking the strings, you can get an open sound. And so we decided to experiment a lot more, kind of dig deep. And the first real recordings is actually from one of the, if not the king of Hawaiian Saki guitar today, known as Jeff Peterson. The earliest recordings from him was in the 1920s. That's becoming this beautiful music that we have today, incorporating our culture and old chants in Hawaiian language, and all the extra parts kind of made this beautiful song that we have today. It's Kiho Alu in Hawaiian Saki guitar. The famous one from Gabby, also written by King Kamehameha V, Kola. This one is known as Aloha Kamani. One more song for you folks. So it's lucky. I was very, very fortunate to come across some of the younger generations. Well, actually just one particular person who turned me on to a lot of older stuff in Hawaiian music. It was a good friend of mine who's originally from Kane'ohe on Oahu. It took me maybe over a year as friends to find out who this guy is related to. I was like, wow, this is the nephew of the Sons of Hawaii steel guitar player. And he happens to have his uncle's guitar, steel guitar, in his lap. And he happens to know a few of the tunes, so we've been really good friends for a long time. And he taught me a lot about his ohana and some of the small scoops. So they all played with Eddie Kamai, Gabby, Joe Marshall, Moke Ale. Some of the greatest names in Hawaiian music back in the time, back in the 70s and 80s. This is a song that Eddie Kamai redone, known as a song called Palia Kamoa. A very old tune. It's about the steamships coming in from the Big Island. And they go all the way to the Kohala coast. And on the Kohala coast is usually rocky cliffs and kind of steeper cliffs. And so here in Hawaii, our cliffs are known as pali, or if you go around the Lahaina pali, right? So known as the pali. This is the pali a kamoa. Moa is the chicken. And so early in the morning, the chicken would crow early in the morning. Woo! Early. So that was usually the time all the workers would be out, and they'd have cables with the steam engines that go up all the way up to the top of the mountain to bring supplies from the steamships all the way up to the top of the mountain. So many of the workers were already over there around the 4 o'clock in the morning, probably earlier. It was an old work time. So the crow of the rooster, known as Palia Kamoa, the cliff of the rooster. Recorded by the Sons of Hawaii, Eddie Kamai. Makanen emani kai. Featured artist of the evening, one of my favorites to come to every time. Always a treat to have this guy on stage. I'm excited tonight. I hope you guys are too. Let's give a round of applause for Mr. Jeff Peterson.
Let's hear it for Shem Kahawai'i. That's beautiful. My favorite way to hear Kiho Anu is like he is in the rain. So this is perfect. It's a real blessing tonight. I love listening to music in the rain. It's inspiring. I'm going to start out with a song that goes out to some dear friends who are visiting. And this goes out to Gail and Jesse. They requested the song Hawaiian Skies, a song of mine that was featured in the film The Descendants, the George Clooney film a number of years ago. But inspired by the beautiful slopes here of Maui of Haleakala. And as was mentioned by Shem, we use many different tunings. Kiho alu means to loosen the tuning key. And I'll go through a few of those different tunings as the night goes on. And so from definitely a contemporary sound, I'll play now one of the first songs. It was the very first song ever published here in Hawaii by Princess Liliuokalani at the time. And she wrote this beautiful melody that was actually the first national anthem of the Kingdom of Hawaii in 1868. And she continued to write this beautiful music that really is the core of the repertoire of music here in Hawaii. It's amazing how the influence of her and her siblings, Nalani Eha, the royal family, inspired generations of musicians, and the music is still performed and still celebrated. And so this is a song called He Meli La Hui Hawaii. La Hui is the collective culture of the Hawaiian people. Beautiful song by Liliuokalani, and as I mentioned, she went on to write so many amazing pieces. So I mentioned we use different tunings, so I'm going to change a few strings around. And thinking even back before the time of Nalani Eha, which was Kalakaua, Liliuohopu, Princess Like, and Liliuokalani, long before there was Oli, which we heard Wainani do beautiful Oli chants to welcome you this evening. And I love the sound, this ancient sound of the music, and I like to find tunings that bring out the sort of the feel and the mana, the spirit of that sound. And I'll play, I have an album called Paniolo Sun, and I did a song about something you often see here looking out at this ocean as the moon starts rising. The cast, like this cast of light coming through from the sun, it's the cast of the moonlight across the ocean. And in a stormy night like tonight, it's really dramatic when the moon comes out, the light shines through that. And so this song, Mele o Ka Mahina, the song of the moon. I just got back a few days ago from Japan. I was in Tokyo, Kyoto, Fukuoka, and Sapporo. And it's so cold and dry there. My guitar is just loving this moisture. It's just like drinking up. The wood is so happy right now. I can feel it. In Japan, it starts rattling and buzzing. This is home. It was very homesick. But this time, if you're thinking of, I wanted to thank Wainani for this amazing lei. She makes the beautiful lei that many of us performing and the staff here are wearing, Kenny here, and this is the first time this flower has really been in season all year. It's just glorious. The fragrance, I really feel like I'm home now. So I want to thank Wainani for the beautiful work she does today. I'll play something, a little bit of fun style kiho'olo. There's, as Shem mentioned, this is a pani'olo or Hawaiian cowboy tradition. My father was a pani'olo for the many years that he started at Hawaii Island, Kahua Ranch, and Ulupalakua Ranch upcountry. And then where I was raised in Makuao town, Haleakala Ranch there. And our backyard was the mountainside. Do you ever go up and you see all those beautiful pastures? We had keys to go explore all around. And I used to love riding horseback. My brother and I would usually get the retired horses on the ranch that we get to use. That's where I first heard music. My first memories of music are hearing it live from my dad and his friends playing. He never would get on the stage. He loved just playing, kicking back in the back porch or going up to a little cabin called a peanut house way up on Haleakala Crater on the ranch. And so inspiring, just hearing the music that he and his friends would play. And so he'd also, like, a long time ago, he would ride in the rodeo as well, in the fall rodeo. And so this is a piece for that kind of pani'olo spirit of riding. I remember I learned how to get the horse to go before I learned how to get it to stop. And it would just take off. And the horses were smart. They would know how to run under a tree to knock off the riders, too. They knew the ranch really well. My dad was actually branded by his horse. He was riding in a storm like this way up in the Waikamoi rainforest, and his horse stepped on a hornet's nest. Pouring rain, bees, wasps stinging, and he got bucked from his horse. He turned around and he got kicked right in the forehead. So he was tough. He survived a lot of things, and so he was very proud of his branding mark on his forehead. He had a little horseshoe mark. So this goes out from my album Pani'olo Son, Remembering My Father. song for the funny lovers, for the Buffalo rodeo. If you ever hear in the summertime, you can see that right around the 4th of July, they have a 4th of July parade through Makawao town. Komoda's Bakery is still going strong. You can get the best glazed donuts in the world there. And it's one of the few mom and pop stores that you can find around. If you've ever been out to Hana, Hasegawa General Store, right? There are these classic stores. There used to be where you could go and you could get anything you need from one place. And Komoda's is very famous though for its bakery. Right in the corner there, towards the end of town in Makawao, you can find that amazing store. It hasn't changed since I can remember it as a child growing up. They still have the same little display cases and everything. And their pastries, the cream puffs and the breads, everything sells out. You have to get there really early in the morning. I'm going to change a few other strings around. I'm actually going to raise a string, lower another, and there are many different tunings that are attributed to different artists and from different regions around the islands, from Niihau to Hawaii Island. You can find tunings that came out of Kalapana, tunings that came out of Waimea. This tuning is attributed to Keola Beamer, who lives here in Lahaina. And I've been very fortunate to be able to spend a lot of time with him. We've gone on trips all over the world to do outreach programs. We've been everywhere from Zimbabwe, Africa, with the US State Department, to a recent trip to Bali, Bhutan last year. And of course, throughout the state here, we donate instruments to schools and find children who have really gifted teachers that I communicate with and give resources for learning. I've created a website for learning the ukulele. It's called Ukulele Corner. And my website, personal website, jeffpetersonguitar.com, for learning kiko'olu. And it's been really exciting to see students in different parts of the world. We first did this in Cambodia, and now the students that we taught their teaching, they've inspired their community. The other kids are so excited to play. They play maybe a couple of Hawaiian songs that we taught them, but they just take off and play the music that they love, the music from their part of the world. And it's really inspiring to see how little ukulele can really get around and travel and really inspire a lot of children. But in honor of Keola, his great-grandmother was a very celebrated singer. She was a soprano, and she sang on the Hawaii Calls series back in the 1930s that broadcast from Waikiki all around the world, and it really brought Hawaiian music to the world. And she composed beautiful melody. Her songs are so powerful. And actually, often when I go away from home, I like to write music. So I wrote a piece that's a tribute to her, and I'm going to do sort of a medley of Helen Deshay Beamer's song that she wrote for her daughter on the occasion of her daughter's wedding, and a brand new piece that's inspired for the Beamer Ohana and Helen Deshay Beamer, written days ago while I was getting ready for the flight to come back home from Japan. And this tuning is known as Keola's C. So there's Ata's C, Gabby's C for Gabby Pahinui, there's Leonard's C for Leonard Kwan, all these different tunings. And it's all in the same key, but the strings are just tuned differently. Each one is unique. So the first piece is called Kabohiku Kapu. Shea Beamer, the second half of that. And her music, if you haven't heard it, it's it's what Kyola calls the Moe Kika Uhane, the dream guitar. And if you're ever having a bad day, or if there's a lot of traffic, you're stuck in traffic, just put on that music, and it'll really give you a sense of peace. It's a very, we call it nahe nahe, this very soothing sound in the music. I have a new CD that came out a few months ago, and I'd like to actually send out a birthday wish to Pamela. Is Pamela here? Hey, Pamela, happy birthday to you. And thanks so much for visiting. I have a piece that I wish you joy on your birthday, and it's called Laulea, Joy. A brand new song from an album that's called Slatki Serenade. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening here tonight. And I think the rain stopped. I shouldn't say it, but at least I remember going on camping trips out to Hana. Have any of you ever been out on the coastline in Hana or past Hana, the area called Kaupo? It is so beautiful and wild out there. And I remember looking out at the ocean, and you see this rain swallow. It could be an otherwise completely sunny day, and you just see this rain cloud, the most intense rain coming right for you. And we'd be in our little tents, on the shoreline going fishing there. And okay, we have about maybe 20 minutes. You'd see it slowly working its way. And then deluge. And it would only last for about 10 minutes, these passing squalls. That's kind of what's been happening this evening. But a song for celebrating joy, and a song for Pamela. It's called Laulea, brand new music. also want to send my aloha out to Carolyn here. She's visiting with her ohana from the Seattle area. And all of you that travel, make your way here to Maui. Thank you for coming to the island. And I grew up here. I've been living on Oahu in the town of Kailua for a number of years now, but I still have my ohana here. And I want to say aloha to my mom who came down from across the island, all the way from Orinda. Made the big journey out here. It's almost like coming to a whole other island when you come out to this side. And that's one thing I love about Maui. There's so much diversity here. And I love exploring from Mauka to Makai, from the mountains to the ocean. I'm going to do a project in a few weeks here that I'm really excited about with one of the most celebrated musicians from Tibet is making this long journey all the way here to Maui, Nawang Kechog. And one of the most celebrated musicians from the Canary Islands, which is a part of Spain, is making his way here, Juan Mesa. And we're the three of us, we've never worked together, but we're trading ideas and writing music together. And we're doing this to celebrate the exploration of space, believe it or not. There are scientists here on Maui, at University of Hawaii and Canary Islands, that are celebrating music and science. And I really think in a way, both science is artistic and creative in certain ways, and music is definitely, if you look at Bach, his music was very scientific. So there's a sort of this blend and this crossover. But the main thing, if you look at the way that Kiho'alu evolved over the years, many different cultures had a strong influence. The Portuguese came into Hawaii. They were a big part of the ranching community. They introduced this little instrument called the braguinha and the machete. Both those instruments became the ukulele. There was a taro patch guitar, a smaller size guitar that was played all the time too for doing melodies that came from the Portuguese. They introduced the steel strings. A little bit later on, the influence of jazz, it really shaped the hapahauli sound in Hawaiian music, and that was a classic. Thinking of Hawaii Calls out of that era, all the great Hawaiian music that came from that time. Songs like Mele Kaliti Maka, Lovely Hula Hands, right? Those classic songs. And so I'm really fascinated to see how it continues to evolve with music from a musician from Tibet who is deep into Buddhist tradition, and then the sort of flamenco-inspired music and indigenous instruments that come from the Canary Islands. They have their version of a ukulele. I'm really fascinated to see and see what kind of sounds come out. So it's March 28th, we're playing here in Maui at a place called Pro Arts Playhouse, the other side of the island. And hopefully we'll get to go to Canary Islands too. It'll be pretty exciting. I had another request. I'll play one last song before inviting Shem back to the stage. And this is a song that was popular in the 1960s, in the era, the time of when music like bossa nova and jazz was really popular. There was a great composer who wrote music that was performed by Don Ho, and his name was Kui Lee. If any of you are familiar with the music of Kui Lee. And his most famous song, which became one of Don Ho's most famous songs, and I'm sure Don Ho preferred performing it much more than Tiny Bubbles, was this song called I'll Remember You. And this also goes out to Gail and Jesse. Thank you so much. And at this time, I'd like to welcome back to the stage Shem Kahawai'i. And did any of you do that drawing? Did you write your name and put in? Yeah, of course, right? So let's do the drawing as well and see who our lucky winners are. And what do we have here? It looks like we have a George Kahamoku book. We have this classic CD. How many of you still have CD players? All right, I still have a car that's old enough to have a CD player, and that's why I keep driving my car. Ray Kane, the legendary Ray Kane CD, and Leonard Kwan, the first solo instrumental Slack Key albums that ever came out. And it also looks like we have a Slack Key show bag as well. Or it's a t-shirt? It's a t-shirt, all right. And if you win the t-shirt, you can trade the size. So our first winner is John Smith. John, right up front. That is a legendary, amazing recording. Okay, and then George Kahamoku, who started the show and runs a wonderful workshop here as well in the summertime. He lived for many years Kahakuloa side of Maui. He now lives in Watsonville. He's a great storyteller. If any of you have ever seen Uncle George, his stories are so much fun. This is his book of stories, and this goes to, let's see, Sydney. Is Sydney here? Butts? Yes! Sydney, all right. Congratulations. You're gonna love this story. Okay, and this shirt, once again, it's a medium, but if you want to change the size, you can. This goes out to Sabin Latimer. Sabin? Did I say it all wrong? Yep. Sarah. Is it Sarah? I think I need glasses. Sarah. The R looks like a B. Congratulations, Sarah. Congratulations to all of our winners.
Here's a fun part. Let him tune up to a Slack Key tuning that I'm totally unfamiliar with. If you notice, he's been tuning a lot. He's one of the main artists. One more round of applause for Jeff Peterson. Like I said, Slack Key has many different tunings, so it's almost good to have extra guitars just in case.
Yeah, I tell my students every time you learn a new tuning, you need to buy a new guitar. It gives them a good reason.
Or new strings. This is a famous song from the island of Maui here. This is actually the first island where we had our first train tracks built here on the island of Maui in a whole Hawaiian chain. And it was actually from David Kalakaua himself too. And this is a song written by Mr. Polani Vong. Known as Ka'i Kahului. The first train of Maui.
kahului tuku tuku mua o Hawaii.
And you can still see the train as you pass towards into Lahaina town. Yeah. I mentioned the swing era and how that had a big influence on the music here in Hawaii. So we'll do something a little bit more in the swing style. And this song celebrating the island of Maui is called Aloha Ia no o Maui.
This time we're going to invite Auntie Wainami one more time to have another hula.
Let's hear it for Wainami.
We're just putting on the spot because we don't know what you're going to do.
This is a Paniolo song. It's called We'll go up to the ranch lands where my father used to work. Song called Ulupalakua. Kalanama ine a Ulupalakua. Hei niki niki ahia. Kahomea o Paniolo. Palakua, iniki niki ahia, kahomea o Paniolo. Heve ie kulehi a o palakua, una me ka awapuhi, e hiuti mau leino. He beauty maoleno Aina mai kapuana A o palakua He niki niki ahia Ka homea o Paniolo Aina mai kapuana A o palakua Niki niki ahia, ka homea o Paniolo. I only sing it this for Wainami. Mahalo.
We're going to keep her one more. We're going to keep her for one more. So of all the 3 islands here in the Hawaiian Islands, I would say the big island of Hawaii, Maui, and the island of Molokai have the biggest Paniolo or Hawaiian cowboy culture. And I think Molokai and Maui come kind of first and second place sometimes because the whole island is cowboy. If you ever been over there, it's like, wow, everything is ranch land. And so I think it's fair to go over there for a second. And it's also an honor to Mr. Dennis Kamakahi, one of our favorite sake artists who kind of carried the torch along with the Sons of Hawaii as well. He wrote this beautiful song for his wife on their honeymoon there on the east side. On our east side, a place called a street known as Honolulu. Said usually in the afternoons the mist and the clouds would cover the mountain tops, kind of slowly reveals itself throughout the day. Those mountains are known as Hinahaha and Mo'olo. Lovely song at the Bahini Ilikia.
Ooh, Mahalo for joining us. At this time, if you guys can please stand if you're able. Sing our final song of the evening.